Now, with each passing year, the change in weather patterns bears misfortunes for pastoralist families who have seen lives and livelihoods threatened by drought. Just this month, President Uhuru Kenyatta declared drought a national disaster yet again. In Isiolo, however, a group of farmers have refused to just accept the perennial harsh climate by embracing irrigation and, while at it, planting trees in their farmlands to restore the natural environment. Leila Mohammed has their hopeful story.
The vein-like patterns that waterways left here are a reminder of better days that were. The few green patches give hope to residents of this part of Isiolo, especially when the larger part of the county is facing drought. For many pastoralists here, the search for pasture and water continues. It sometimes takes day-long walks for herds to get to water pans like this one. But even as the weatherman continues to predict drier times ahead, an oasis is emerging in the desert-like area. This community in Burat location has chosen a different path from traditional pastoralist practices and adopted agro-farming.
Kama sisi hivi tuko, sisi ni jamii ya kuhamahama. Tumezoea kulima, kufuga na tulipata changamoto sana. Kama sasa vile mvua ilibadilika, tunaenda sana, watoto hawasomi, mnatoka hapa mnaenda kwingine. Sasa maisha ya watoto iliathirika na ilibidi sasa tukaona wengine wanalima, ikabidi sasa sisi wa mama na wengine wachache na tuache na hii mambo ya mifugo maana zinakufa, watoto hawasomi, mnatarajia itakuwa mingi na tunarudi nyuma, kwa kweli tuendelee.
They are now able to plant different types of vegetable crops and fruits.
We provided variety of seeds to support them on horticultural production. 300 farmers benefited. So if you look around, actually, they are now recovering because now they have started planting and already they have something that they can be able to harvest to support their families.
In the last month, the farmers have also begun raising poultry with a bias to the indigenous breeds of chicken, which they say do well here.
Been very intentional in terms of looking at targeting the most vulnerable households. We have been also very deliberate in terms of making sure that we link also to other agencies that can be able to come and support.
The project conducted in Shambani area is coordinated by a joint effort from the Isiolo County Government and World Vision teams, providing water and seeds for planting. With that support, they are now able to cultivate food crops which provides balance in their diets that was heavily dependent on their animals. In another part of the farm, this group tills the land inside a greenhouse in readiness for their next crop. In an area that has seen deforestation over the last few years, farmers have been encouraged to plant trees.
Now you can see even behind me there was a little valley, but now because of what I have done by protecting trees, that one is going out slowly. So it really helps because even the trees, about the trees here, we can get the pods for our animals because I'm a mixed farmer.
They are working under a project dubbed Farmer Managed Natural Regeneration FMNR that strives to get farmers to participate in natural regeneration within their ecosystem. Via this project, over 200,000 acres of land has been restored over the last few years.
We've seen communities, because we focus on the high value indigenous species that are acclimatized to the areas and where communities can get the most benefits out of. And from this we've seen that we are able to conserve some of the indigenous species that might otherwise have been lost.
If this intervention is transplanted to other drought-stricken counties, it could well save the government the trouble of declaring drought a national disaster year in, year out. Leila Mohammed,